And now the news in detail. The federal government has assured of implementing recommendations made by the International Physical Protection Advisory Service mission to Nigeria on the country's nuclear security. The Director General of the Nigerian Nuclear Regulatory Authority, Mr. Idris Yau, said the NNRA will implement the recommendations as it will be beneficial to Nigeria and Africa at large. Let's join energy correspondent Joycelyn Elakechada for details.
Following its 2 weeks advisory mission to Nigeria, the International Physical Protection Advisory Service mission to Nigeria rounded up the visit with several recommendations on how to improve the country's nuclear facilities. Speaking at the closing ceremony, the Director General of the Nigerian Nuclear Regulatory Authority, Dr. Idris Yau, revealed that Nigeria is the first country in Africa to apply to the mission and be granted. He said the 8 experts from different countries sponsored by the International Atomic Energy Agency IAEA inspected Nigeria's nuclear facilities and recommendations on better nuclear security were made.
This is not an inspection, it's an advisory mission. It is for them to look at what is happening in Nigeria and what we have put in place and to advise us on how to improve on it. And we have promised them whatever advice they give us, whatever recommendation they make to us, we are going to comply with those recommendations. We are going to implement those recommendations because it is for the good of Nigeria, and it is also for the good of the whole world. Because if there is a serious problem that has to do with nuclear in Nigeria, it's not only going to affect Nigeria, it's not only going to affect Africa, it's going to affect the whole world.
The DG NNRA said the findings by the nuclear experts are confidential as they are yet to report back to the IAEA. He said some lapses were reported by the experts from their inspections on the country's nuclear facilities.
We established a lot of radiotherapy centers, and these radiotherapy centers are going to use radiation sources. And also you have the nuclear research reactor in Zaria, the Gamma radiation facility in Sheda. So they were able to go there, check some of these things, see the security we put in place, and also make recommendation. And we have looked at the recommendations, and they are beautiful recommendations, and we promised them that we are going to implement those recommendations.
The unit head, Integrated Nuclear Security Approach of the International Atomic Energy Agency IAEA, Mr. Avde Stadalinkas, said the EPAS mission is being conducted in 59 countries and Nigeria is one of them. He explained that the experts advises on what can be improved and how it can be improved.
The responsibility for nuclear security within the state rests entirely with the state, but the IAEA provides, upon request, steadfast assistance to states and supports their national efforts in this specific area. An effective and sustainable national nuclear security regime is central to facilitating the peaceful use of nuclear energy, which can be critical for states' social and economic growth.
As nuclear security continues to be recognized as an important global issue, the role of the IAEA is to strengthen global nuclear security regimes globally. The International Physical Protection Advisory Service mission to Nigeria was sponsored by the Nigerian Nuclear Regulatory Authority (NNRA) in collaboration with the International Atomic Energy Agency (IAEA). Joycelyn Elakechada, ASO Television News.